Welcome to our second quarter-final match, our first men's quarter-final. First player onto court is from England. He's 22 years of age. Please welcome Josh Masters. France. He's the number one seed. He's the world's number one ranked player. Please welcome from France, Gregory Gaultier.
Hello and welcome back to unsquashable.tv, here live from the AJ Bell ESF European Championships, live from the David Ross Sports Village at the University of Nottingham. You're joined with me, lead commentator for this event, Josh Taylor, and my co-commentator for this afternoon's matches, Kev Emery.
Good afternoon, Josh. Good afternoon, everyone out there. Looking forward to seeing the best player in the world playing on the stage.
It's going to be an interesting one here. We've got Greg, who we both decided at the start we're not going to list everything he's won because he's won everything for the last 6 to 12 months.
Here all day.
And he's up against Josh Masters. So Josh is currently England number 12 and world number 58. He's won a couple of tournaments recently in the Saskatoon Boast tournament in Canada in 2016 and the Austrian Open in 2016 as well. So he's got a couple of titles to his name. He's an exciting prospect, Josh, actually. He kind of, not necessarily one of the strongest juniors coming through juniors, and he really has emerged onto the PSA World Tour and has flown up to 58 in the world. And he's quite an exciting player to watch. He's one to watch, actually. He's going to be entertaining here.
So the rise seems to be pretty quick up the rankings. I think he's quite an explosive player, isn't he, Josh?
Yeah, he's very attacking. Like that's the thing that everyone that watches him has said recently. You know, his rise has been. He moved to Bristol, studying at UE, one of the other universities with a real strong profile in squash. I think he shares a house actually with the two Shabaghi brothers, so he's in good company.
Yeah, that's not bad, is it? It's not a bad stable to be in.
Yeah, he's got a good stable, and one of these players from Bristol that's doing really well, working with Hadrian Stiff, who's the coach down there, and his rise has been since then really.
I think if you put yourself amongst players like that, then you're going to improve, aren't you? It can only be good for your game, and this looks like proof of the pudding, really.
Yeah, I think he made a big move in going to Bristol and deciding to study as well and take the move that the Shabaghis have taken down there. I think he's proven you can study and in this country and do well on the PSA Tour, at least start your career well. And the support and the environment he's in has clearly worked really well for him. So yeah, he's going to be an interesting one to watch, see how he does against Greg. Obviously, Greg, who was saying, needs no introduction. He's the French number one and current world number one. One of your favourite players, isn't he, Kev?
Definitely, yeah. He's awesome to watch. Everything about how he plays, his movement. He's just an incredible player, and to be at this level for the number of years that he has, and to win, so many titles and keep it going consistently like he has. And I can't remember him being injured.
Yeah, he's
not for a sustained period like a lot of players. He's been able to keep himself fit all the time, and just been able to relentlessly keep himself in that sort of top three. He's always sort of seems to have been in that top three for a lifetime.
Yeah, I think he's quite consistent year on year, season on season, but the consistency on court can sometimes be questionable, can't it? I think that's the only big sort of question mark on him.
He's got that French temperament, shall we say that, which can flare up on occasion if it's not going his way.
Yeah.
Will we see that today? I don't know.
Normally he's quite relaxed here.
Can Josh ruffle his feather? feathers. I don't know, but let's hope he can.
I think Greg will really want to win this title. Last year, actually, he lost in the final to Borja Golan of Spain, who's also in this event.
In the other half of the draw, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll see him later on. But I think, I think he probably wants to revenge that defeat last year and get this title back.
Did you say he's won this 9 times?
I think he's racked up a fair few, yeah.
So I guess he's looking for that special number 10 then.
Yeah, and I think this event historically has been very well supported by some of the European countries, such as France. France have always sent a good, strong contingent across, and they have done this time as well, with Greg and Camille both coming to head up both draws. So I'm sure they put some prestige in winning this, and I know Greg seems to quite enjoy coming to England. He comes to virtually all the events here, and it's been a name that you see a lot.
Well, if you think about on your CV as a squash player, or if you're European champion 9 times, it doesn't look bad, does it?
Yeah, no.
I know, like we said earlier, there's no actual ranking points for this event, but if you're going to be named as European champion, you want to win. You don't just turn up.
No,
to go through the motions.
It's on that list, isn't it, of different titles that Greg's built up. So yeah, we look like we're ready to get underway here.
Ready to rumble. I'm
going to go for a big fiery start from Josh. I think he's going to fire in quite a few balls and really go for it early doors.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping
explosive for. And try and take it to Greg.
Yeah, hopefully. Let's see what the first bit of this entails.
There we go.
And we're off.
Didn't know what the horse was racing.
Yep, we're off. They're out the pen.
Yeah. I'll have a bet on track 1. Gregory Gaultier.
Let's go on then. What's your score going to be?
Again, I'm going to go for a French victory, I think.
Yep.
I'll go with 3-love again.
Yeah, you're going 3-love. These quarterfinals should be a bit easier to do the guessing. I'm actually going to give Josh a chance. I'm going to go for a 3-1. I think he's got enough momentum to maybe nick one.
I hope you're right. I hope Josh can at least get a game out of this.
And it shows how good Josh's rise has been, because I remember playing Josh in juniors and doing all right against him. So it's clearly been a fast rise.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It just comes to that point in your career, doesn't it? At that sort of age, where do you push on and take it seriously? Or do you take a different path, like yourself, like coaching wise? He's took this on and he's sort of going for it.
Done really well, yeah.
He's taking it serious. And
so early stages, quite a bit down that backhand wall,
as we so often see.
Yeah, and with these guys as well, we're seeing that fast front wall. Oh, that's a great shot from the back there.
Yeah. That one's not coming back. Lovely cut on the backhand there from Gaultier.
Just so smooth.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like that.
It's one thing actually that Greg tends to get caught out on a bit, is that trailing leg with decisions. If you watch his trailing leg, just tend to stay quite close to the tee, and that can often cause a bit of interference. I don't think.
Do you think?
I don't know if it means
don't you
it.
Think that? I think possibly. I think it's possibly a thing where he's trying to make his body as big as he can to get round.
Yeah.
Just to force that opponent to take that extra little step around. Have to work that bit more.
Yeah, it's forcing that other line, isn't it, rather than coming down the middle a little bit more for the player.
Not letting them have an easy passage to the ball.
Something the refs have been good at over the last 3 years, that was nice to put away, is trying to really encourage players to play the ball more. That's been something that we've heard a lot of recently, last couple of years. both in clearing and also going to the ball. I think the squash as well has got so much better. You know, the quality of the squash is better.
Squash can only benefit from a free-flowing game, and I've always encouraged players to, if you can play it within safety.
Yeah.
And at this level, most of the time, unless they, you know, they can play the ball.
Yeah, I think they're physical enough to get round and do something with it. It's
things like that.
Yeah.
That's a loose shot there from Josh, and it's caught the nick and come right at his feet.
Oh, there we go.
Got it.
Little cross-court nick, straight off serve.
Yep. Saves
I told you he'd have a little bit of a go.
Yeah. Well, it saves his legs. Just going for that window first shot. Oh.
That's matched up with quite a nasty tin.
Yeah. Bit of a poor backhand there on the volley.
So I mean, Greg's obviously been around for ages now in terms of length on the tour. We've seen that increasingly more over the last few years, and we obviously Nick doing so well in staying on the tour. You know, quite a lot of the players seem to be getting a lot more out of their career now.
Yeah, if you look at the age of the top squash players, they are tending to be able to stick around a lot longer than they were before.
Yeah.
As we know, and most of you people out there who play squash, it's a hard game. It takes a lot out of you.
Oh, that's a great rally from Josh, that, wasn't it?
Lovely finish.
He had a couple of good attacks there, opening up some spaces really nicely.
Great attacking forehand down the line and then forced the both, open it up. Nice.
Trying to hit down on that ball and create that intensity of shot, isn't it? And hit the corners and get it dying into the corners, that weight of shot. He did so well in that rally.
Have you played on this court much yourself, Jeff?
I haven't actually played on this court. I've been watching it a lot, and that front wall seems really fast. That's the biggest thing that I've sort of picked up on. Obviously play on the glass at Manchester a lot. That's my resident court.
Do you think that plays different to this? Looking at it?
Again, like our front wall's quite fast, but I think it sits up in the corners a little bit more on here. In the back corners, it seems to fly through here a bit more. I know the English guys were there last week in preparation for this, just getting some practice on the glass, and obviously we've got the glass front walls as well. Doing squads before this tournament, so I think it's not too dissimilar. I'd say this is a bit quicker and a bit bouncy at this court. We've also got the other glass court in Manchester that pops up for the major events that's very similar to this in terms of the lighting and things like that.
I do think it's a lot quicker. I don't know if they've restyled it in the last few years, but the original glass backs, I thought they were very dead.
Yeah, the glass courts.
The glass courts, sorry. The old glass courts. Whereas these seem a lot quicker and a lot more like a normal court, I think. Yeah,
I think they've definitely improved them. Obviously, we've got the two in Manchester, so I've played on one that's very similar to this, a newer ASB one, and I think the lighting's a lot better. And I don't know exactly what they've done to them, but they definitely seem to play a lot truer and a lot nicer than, I guess, the oldest glass court in England. That one at Abbeydale. I've played on that a lot, and as much as I quite like it, it's very different in feel to this.
I did actually steal a little hit from here last season. I saw it for a team match.
Yeah,
you might have seen it.
Yeah, I saw it on Facebook. A little sneaky hit.
I just got a sneaky hit. Sadly, I think they were doing a little bit of work on the left-hand side, backhand side of the court, so I could only hit on the forehand. But I just got 5 minutes on there, and it felt really good. Yeah. And like you say, it did feel quick coming off that front wall. But what I did think was it does hug the side walls.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that it sticks. It either comes out or it sticks tight. You know, so it does reward a good shot. And
it punishes
it punishes a bad ball as well. So I think it just probably makes good squash being rewarded even more, you know, than a traditional court. I think a traditional court gives you a little bit of leniency. But yeah, I think you're going to see more and more of these glass courts, more universities like Nottingham investing in them, and
Let's hope so.
I think it's good for the sport. It's good
So
to get these stages, isn't it?
Yeah. You notice that obviously 9-3 down in this first game. Mistakes have crept in.
Yeah.
A few tins, unforced errors really.
I think he's just tried to force it a bit too much.
Yeah.
I think there's been some bits there where he's got an opening and gone for it.
Oh.
But
down.
Yeah, I think that just clipped.
Yeah, it must clip.
Yeah.
Greg scored it.
But he seems to have gone for it hard and then ended up making an error on it rather than just trying to play a little bit more relaxed. It was like what we were talking about in that last match with Elise playing Camille. It's trying to stay calm, isn't it, against those top players that you're maybe not used to playing against as much or had this experience enough in their careers yet.
So yeah, just another one, another unforced error really. He's got time in the middle of the court. Not the best shot from Greg.
Yeah.
But he's popped it in the tin.
It's wanting to make those count as well, isn't it, against these top players? You get a chance and you want it to be a winner.
Great finish.
That's great finish.
That's how you do it.
So he takes that first game to 11-4, and I think Josh has got to cut out the errors, hasn't he, and just settle in this a bit more. I think that's going to be key.
Yeah, I think he's had chances. He's created some opportunities, but he's made mistakes at the wrong times.
Yeah.
He's hit the tin when he's had the opportunities to actually maybe either take the point or just put the pressure on Greg. But like we were saying, sometimes you just try and force it a little bit. You try and be that bit tighter, that bit too good at the front.
I think he's gone quite heavy as well in what he's tried to do. Like his attacks have been quite severe when he's tried to go for them, and it's been hit or miss. Rather than just sort of working it, I think just work it into the space a bit more. Like rather than
cut it in more. And
just give yourself a little bit of margin, but put it in quickly rather than trying to make it perfect. It's almost go right. I'll try and take this a bit faster, but I'll give myself that margin and make Greg go into that space that I've opened up, and stick in the rally and work those spaces rather than force them.
If you control it a bit more and just keep it tighter in those corners, so when it comes out, you've got it on the sidewall. At least if Greg gets there, he's still got a bit of work to do.
Yeah.
But if you're just playing it in with pace and chopping it into the tin, then
he's definitely opened up some spaces by some of the hitting. So if he can take out some of the errors, this 11-4 there, wasn't it? It could go. That could go back a bit tighter. You might be looking at 11-7, something like that, if you can take out some of these errors.
But on the other hand, if you look at Greg in those sort of situations, a couple of volleys.
Yeah, he's very cool, calm.
He's hit them sweetly and put them away.
Yeah, he's made them count, hasn't he? Every time.
And that's why he's world rank 1.
Yeah. It's the ability to take those chances under pressure, isn't it?
Yeah.
And doing the simple things so well, like doing the basics brilliantly. I think that's an All Black saying that from the rugby, that do the basics brilliantly.
Yeah, and the rest takes care of itself, doesn't it? If you're trying to be too flash, and you've got to do the basics. You've got to hit good length and make your opponent work, and cut out the unforced errors.
That ball is flying.
It's flying off that front wall, isn't it? It's tight.
That's a nice lift there. Just changing it up a little bit. Those shots around the middle. I mean, Greg is so strong around that middle part of the court, isn't he? You can't afford to.
Josh is just one mid-court shot and boom.
Yeah,
Greg's out.
You'd almost want something over hit than leaving it in the middle. Someone like Greg, don't you? You want it past him rather than leaving it around.
Yeah, leave
that
it in
mid-court.
That mid-court area for anyone really. You're putting yourself in danger.
Yeah. Particularly against someone like Greg, I think when Greg's like this, which he's doing so well in this first game and then in the second game now as well, when he gets going onto the ball, the tempo that he creates, and when he's in that sort of mode where he's onto it, it's like so hard to play, I think.
He's like one stride to everything.
Yeah.
And he's on it.
It's like that's just a cheap error,
point.
Isn't it?
Greg's had to do nothing to earn that.
And again, it's getting that experience, isn't it? We talked about it with Elise, and just if you can get that time on court with these top players, it makes such a difference to these guys. This is why they're going to do their massive chunks of learning, I think. You learn a lot in a short space of time here, and if you make that short space of time that little bit longer, I think it can make a huge impact into these young players' careers.
Definitely. It's a learning curve, isn't it, for Josh? He's got to go away and take things from this game, but at the minute he's in the thick of it, and he needs to be able to try and work out what he's got to do to try and at least stay in it and take some points.
Yeah.
And take some positives from the game.
That's a nice lift there. Just slowing it down, giving him a chance to settle a little bit.
I think I said earlier, because in the Elise Camille game, as a player, ranked a lot lower and maybe not played at this level before. I know Josh's game, you said, was sort of an explosive attacking game, but that's hard to impose on someone who's world number one. Me personally, I'd be looking to slow the game down and
hang in there.
Hang in there. If he's going to beat me, make him beat me. Don't beat yourself.
See what Greggy's looking like he wants this.
He looks like he wants it, and he looks he's like he's under no pressure at all.
It seems like he's had a few coffees before this game. And he's suddenly very, very alert, isn't he? These first 5 points.
I mean, things like...
He was like hurrying him on the last serve. See if he does it again. He's trying to, like he wants to go.
He's ready. I want my ice bath, he said.
Yeah. There's a really nice spa at the top of this building, actually, like sort of sports, ice bath, hydro pools, all that kind of.
Is that for commentators or just players?
Well, I think just a player thing. I think, unless you're a university student, I think the students get that treatment.
Might sign up for a course this year.
Yeah, part-time course.
Ice bath.
They've just signed a couple of players actually, not uni for next season. They've got Adam Auckland coming in next year.
Oh, we saw him early, didn't we?
Yeah, so he's moved and coming into the uni. So he's top 100 in the world standard player, and Colleen, who we see later on today as well, she's coming to the university. So they're starting to get the big names. Starting to get some top pros coming here.
Interesting if Adam can...
Whoa, that was a good finish there from Greg.
Could be a bagel here, Josh.
I know, I was trying to distract from it a little bit, because Greg looked on it like he wanted it.
Yeah. This is the bagel ball.
Are we going to get it with cream cheese? Maybe across court, mate.
That's tight.
What's your favourite bagel topping?
There we go. He's got it.
Got it. Uh-oh.
Nothing worse than doing bagel.
Yeah, particularly on this stage. Yeah, I mean, what do you do in the coach's corner there?
It's well, coach got a hard job. He's got to really got to lift Josh. The spirits here. I'd be probably saying, look, it's love all. You know, forget the score. Yeah. It's love all. We're just going to go out there and win this next game. There's only this game. Yeah. It's best of one. You've got to leave it all on court in this one game.
You've got to keep in that situation, haven't you? Point by point, win each point. Don't get distracted from the wider situation.
Yeah, I'd be saying.
And equally for Greg, it's hard coming on in this situation where you're on top of someone like that.
You've won so comfortably and then you stop. That groove can go.
Yeah. A player of Greg's standard, I think.
I don't think someone of his experience will. I think he'll be on there and want to get this game.
He seemed to hurry him for that ice bath, didn't he? So we'll see if he keeps going.
I think he wants to be off. He's quickly coming back on. Look,
it's only a short walk to the hotel as well, so he's they're in their comfort zone here.
Yeah, he wants this wrapping up, I think. But yeah, if I was in Josh's corner, I'd be.
It's got to be building some positivity there, isn't it? Yeah. And equally there, just trying to make this longer and setting little goals, little achievable goals. Yeah. Sticking a rally for
play play the
X number
rallies.
of shots,
Play the
or
rally. Keep the rally as long as you can. You've got to stop Greg. Somehow you've got to stop him hitting the shots that he's able to hit from front court areas.
I think like
totally
Josh is a
dominating it.
player that wants to get onto balls and start to attack stuff, and
He's not been given the
he hasn't
time.
been given any opportunity by Greg in that last game.
The first game he had, I think he did, didn't he?
The first
game he had
game did better,
opportunities
yeah.
and made mistakes. Last game he had no opportunities.
No, Greg
That
got
was-
charging on, and that was it.
That was the world number one,
Yeah,
basically saying, look, this is my stage.
yeah,
You're not getting on it.
yeah.
This is my court.
I think the other thing is, Greg's probably he's marking his territory, isn't he? Younger players coming through, if you can create situations where you've really got on top of them when they're early in their career coming up, certainly going to remember these kind of situations when they do get to the top, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2 love, isn't it?
Yeah. If anybody's got any questions that they'd like to fire at myself or Josh this afternoon throughout this game or the games later on in the day, you can tweet us on either JT_squash.
That's the big one. Remember that one.
I better repeat that.
Or
or Kev_fruitbat.
tell me where the fruit bat comes from, Kev.
I'm not sure everyone out there wants to.
No?
think
Okay,
that's
we'll
story,
leave
isn't
that one then.
Was it a case of generally my bag was full of fruit?
That's a healthy coach's snack.
Yeah,
I normally
yeah.
have flapjack, which is heavily in those calories.
Now, when I used to coach for, I don't know, 6 hours without a break, back in the day, my bag used to be full of bananas.
I tell you, the other way which they
apples.
can send stuff through on obviously on the Facebook page, on unsquashable.com Facebook page. So feel free to fire anything across, and we'll try and get stuff answered.
I've also got a question for you.
You
Put
got
that there. No, you know the answer to this.
Okay.
If anyone knows, last year, Josh won the Saskatoon Open.
Saskatoon Boast Open.
The Saskatoon Boast Open. Who can give us the answer of where is Saskatoon? Which country?
Do we want grid coordinates, do we?
I don't think we'll get that far. That's maybe too technical. Too technical for me. But yeah, Saskatoon. Anybody?
Yeah.
I'll give a shout out to anyone who can.
Yeah, I think
tell
that's
me.
a fair shout out.
I'll give anyone a shout out who can tell me where Saskatoon is.
I don't think even tournament MC Paul Walters got that one, did he? We had to prompt him.
He sort of smiled and made out he looked like he knew where it was, but he didn't actually say where it was.
So at
I nearly said the answer then.
At 4-2. You don't say the answer. That would be a
Big killer, wouldn't it?
yeah.
Right, let's get back on his squash.
Yeah, so we're on 4-2. He's done better. He has done better in this game.
That's tight.
5-2.
He has settled in this game, actually, Josh. He's shown a lot better
There's that
ability to
mistake there.
stick in these rallies a bit more.
Just can't do those mistakes. You can't make them mistakes at this level. Just giving the world number 1 point. Good length though. Ooh. Is that the first one we've seen today? An error, unforced error from the world number 1.
I think we might have got one early doors in the first game, and it's been a whole game and a half since. And that shows the scoreline, doesn't it?
Oh. What's the decision there, ref? Not sure what he's given here, Josh. Give him that?
Yeah, I think so.
No, stroke.
No stroke.
Did come back on Josh quite quickly, that one. I think it was a fair enough decision.
That's a nice lift, wasn't it? Oh, I tell you what, that frame is the most expensive bit, isn't it, Kev?
It is, yeah.
You had a few of those earlier.
A few?
Well, yeah. And then you reminded me that you got free rackets, so you got actually the string's the most important, expensive part.
Yeah. Yeah, a classy one. That was right off the rim.
Yeah, I don't think Greg would have got your one.
No.
It was followed up about 3 points later by the whole leg hitting scenario, so I think that shows the standard of the squash on show earlier on today. Probably stay away at 10 o'clock in the morning.
My excuse is I've been in Tenerife for 2 weeks. So. What's yours?
Yeah, I've been in the gym, pre-season training. That was my excuse.
Too much muscle on your shots.
Yeah, just too much strength. Forceful hitting.
And Josh has built his way into this game. As you were saying a couple of minutes ago, he is looking a lot more settled in this third game.
He clearly Camps has managed to get what he needed out of him a little bit more. And he's got over that 5 point curse of the tin followed by the compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the second time I've said that.
Maybe he can hear you.
You get in here, Josh. Masters.
He's done it again. There you go.
I think we're putting him off.
Yeah. We're definitely locked away in a room in the back here. They can't hear us.
Well, I hope his feet's not going out to the court. I'm sure we'd have known by now if his feet was on the court. The players wouldn't be too happy.
Yeah, our techie Stephen would have let us know, I think.
I'm sure he was running into the back of Greg there.
He had a line, didn't he?
I thought he could have.
Yeah.
I thought he could have got through there.
Just that bit of interference.
Too nice.
Oh.
Greg's not happy about the lines Josh is making here, I think.
Yeah, we're getting some French posturing, aren't we here?
Yeah, this is the first bit we've seen. It's only tiny though, it's only tiny.
We'll let him off.
Yeah.
He's done well this match, he's been so solid, hasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, I've never lost my temper like this in a match.
If I remember rightly, Kev, we had to get you annoyed to play well. That was the...
Yeah,
that was the key.
That was the theory.
If you had a red face, it meant you played well.
Yeah. Get me angry. Have the red eyes. Oh.
So Greg takes it 3 games to 11-5 in that third game. Much better from Josh though, don't you think, Kev?
A lot better. He came out in that last game. Sort of kept, like what we said, tried to keep the rallies going.
Much more solid, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So we're joined on court by MC Paul Wolf.
Josh Masters and Gregory Gaultier. You okay to speak? Josh, quite a rise, always a good top junior within England, but never represented England at junior level. To make your debut for England, to represent England in Nottingham in this tournament, how much of an achievement and how special is that for you?
Yeah, it's been a tough couple of years. It's been studying, which was also some juniors, but sort of always 1 or 2 behind the top few. So it's nice to finally get an England cap and have the chance to play some top players like Greg. So.
And in terms of Greg, he's a great champion. Having the experience of on court with him, what hopefully you take away from today?
Just playing at that pace, absolutely everything on that, and really interesting as well. I think he hit a shot, I think he's done all that. It's definitely a really good experience for me.
So taking that experience, what's the next step for you in your progression? Just finished this at university, does that mean now you're on the tour, you're obviously full-time anyway, does that mean you're going to be able to put more into your career?
Yeah, definitely. Putting concentrate on what's worry about exams or all that stress, which definitely took a little bit out of me, but I did well in there, so I'm happy.
You played great games today. Congratulations. I look forward to seeing you in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Masters. Greg, 9 times European champion. I asked the same question to Leo, but how important and how special is this tournament for you, particularly playing for France?
Well, it's very important for our country, for France, because the more medals we get, the more federation gets, so that's why it's really important. And I have to be part of this event to represent my team the best possible and do it as much as I can. And hopefully, maybe one more goal, I don't know, but I will try to defend my chance the best I can. Obviously, it's the first time I'm playing like matches, proper matches. I haven't really played this summer, so it's good to get this kind of feeling again. And yeah.
And with the Olympics coming to Paris, how important is an event like this, titles like the European Championships, in hopefully influencing the decision for squash to be included in the games?
I guess the more medals we get, the more results we have, the better influence it is for our sport to be part of the Olympics in 2024 in Paris. So Federation has to give a big push, and we have to show the best we can and do what we can to represent our sport. And hopefully, it's going to be part of the family, Olympic family one day, because that's really the thing missing for us. If you see like back home an Olympic sport and the funding they get from sports ministry compared to us is totally different story. Once we have this kind of budget, we can really develop the sport and something promote events and really show the sport, bring baskets to anywhere in France and do something that to really develop our sport. So it's been years and years we've been missing, we've been failing all the time to be part of it, and we really need to be part of it to get this extra to be up there like the other sports.
And world number one has obviously always been a big target of yours. Being on court, people watching you on court, you're mesmerised by the speed, the athleticism, the ability and the pressure that you put on opponents. But the one thing that has always impressed me, that it doesn't matter who the opponent, your preparation before the match, you're here at the same times, you go through the same routines, whether it's Charlie Lee, whether it's Josh Masters or whether it's Nick Matthew, you seem to have that same preparation. Is that key to your success and at your age, you're number one?
It is part of it, because also it's a prevention, all the routines I have every single day, all the stretch, yoga, whatever things I do in order to prepare a match, either I play Charlie yesterday or Josh today that I've never met before, so I have to be prepared to what can happen on the court. And obviously if you don't do all these little details, then you can maybe get injured, by missing something that you did in your routines. And this is probably why a guy like Nick Matthew or myself or James, people always ask, how come you guys play, you're still in the top level at that age? It's because we've been doing all these simple things and little details that make you last much longer than certain guys who probably don't do this kind of stuff off court.
You've got a semi-final to look forward to tomorrow. Does your preparation for that start now?
Yeah, of course, because I have to do all my recovery stuff, starting with rehydration and then having some treatment with my physio. So yeah, it starts from now, because you can't, now it's not, of course, I've got the whole day to recover and maybe can watch some other matches, but I've got to do the things that I do every single day. I can't, especially at my age, if I miss doing this simple stuff, maybe tomorrow I won't be able to move properly. Which is true, I've got aches that I didn't have 10 years ago, and I have to deal with all these things and all this kind of tension I have, and I need to really do all this, spend all these hours to be able to be fluid on the court and move properly.
We won't keep you any longer. Thank you very much for that game, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, the world number one, Gregory. Gaultier.
So thanks for watching us live there for Greg versus Josh Masters. You can rejoin us here on our Facebook page at unsquashable.com, or rejoin us live for our next match at 3 o'clock on unsquashable.tv. Thanks.